Alright, today we're going to walk through Tomoson, the company, and show you how it works and talk a little bit about what it means to be a social influencer or a micro-influencer. So you'll see that here I am at the Tomoson homepage, TOMOSON.com. Tomoson is a company that gets brands and agencies partnered up with influencers, whether that be macro or micro influencers. Now, you're an influencer if you have a huge following. So think celebrities, big brands, stuff like that. Micro influencers are your mommy bloggers and other people who have a social following, but it might not be huge yet. These are people who have anywhere from a few hundred followers to a few thousand followers. Normal influencers are in the hundreds of thousands of follower range. So, if you're a micro-influencer and you want to get some free stuff, Tomoson is a company that will help do that for you in exchange for some honest reviews. So, we could take their tour, but I just want to show you really quickly what happens if we click on the Find Brands and Agencies. So, if I'm a micro-influencer, which I am, I can click on this and see what kinds of things they have that they want to have reviewed. So these are the kinds of things they have. If I scroll down, I could review a shower head or dog stuff. There's a lot of books, e-books, and other household things, clothing, all sorts of things. And there's a few different categories. You'll notice that some of these cost money, some of these are free. And then some of them even have this thing that says sponsored content, and it has a budget, which means they'll actually pay you to do a review. Now, the easy way to find all these is to use these tabs here. So the percentage deals, these are the ones where you're still paying, but it's heavily discounted. So rather than paying $20 for this pet comb set, you're paying $8, and in exchange, they're asking that you do a YouTube video, Instagram post, Twitter and Facebook posts, and a blog post. That's what this one means. So they're actually asking quite a bit, but you get this heavily discounted item. Now, if you're just starting out, you're much more likely to get accepted if you apply for these kinds of deals, these percentage deals. The highest probability of getting accepted, it's actually not going to be in this category. These are quite high, but actually there's a freebie where my experience has been every one of these you apply for you get. So if you want to start building up a profile that says you've done stuff, look at ebooks. Ebooks, they're all free. Now you'll notice some of these say product cost refunded. This is an actual physical book. And this is a newer thing to Tomoson where you can actually pay for it the full amount, and then after you've reviewed, so in this case done an honest star review and a Facebook post, then they'll put the money back in your PayPal account. I'm not a big fan of that, but it can work, and I went through the process a few times. It works fine. I just don't like to pay. But there's a bunch of freebies here. These are actually were in the freebie column. So these ones are not, you're not as likely to get accepted for these as you are the percentage deals. But I found that once you start reviewing, I actually get quite a number of these. You'll notice that some of these are, all you have to do is a single thing, a Facebook post, while others require a lot more, that you do the full social posts and other things. In a minute I'll log in and show you how you can actually tweak that. So even if they're asking you to do everything, you can say, well, it's free, I would like to review an external USB, but I don't want to do a blog post, I'm just going to do a YouTube video. So you just unselect the blog post, and that's fine. So if you don't, for example, have an Instagram account, or if you don't have a Twitter account, you can still apply for these, and there's a chance you'll get it. You just unclick those things. Okay? So there's that. And then finally, the paid opportunities. These are more likely to go to you if you have a larger following. And then it depends on what other people bid. So when you sign up, if I wanted to do this portable wireless doorbell, for example, I see that their budget is $500 to $1,000. I don't know how many reviews they want, so maybe they're saying, well, let's do 20 reviews at $50 each or something like that. So I could say that I will apply for this, and I want a total of $50. So I'm hoping that's their target. So I'll say I want $25 for a YouTube video, and then $5 for Instagram, $5 for Twitter, $5 for Facebook, something like that. $10 for Facebook, whatever. You want your bids to be competitive, especially if you don't have a huge following. So early on, if you're growing your brand, growing your following, you'll probably want to start with lower bids. But I was surprised. It was only a month or two into Tomoson where I started getting accepted for paid reviews, which is really cool. So you get the thing for free, and you get paid to review it. And they'll just deposit that money into your PayPal account. So you see the budget on most of these is pretty small, 50 to 175. And I'm guessing that they're just looking at 1 to 5 reviews. But you just find the ones that you want and you apply for them. Now, let me log in and show you kind of what the back end looks like. So I'll log in with let's log in with Facebook. I can't remember which one I logged in with originally. We'll see if this works. Nope. So I probably need to do Twitter. So let me log out of my other Twitter and log into my Twitter that's signed up with Tomoson. So I'm going to log out of this one. Log into my Tomoson account. So this account, you'll see that my Twitter account is reviews of cool stuff from my website, reviewsofcoolstuff.com. I set this account up specifically to work with Tomoson. So it's only a few months old. I do have 9,000 followers already, so I gained those quickly. You can see my YouTube channel to see how I did that. But now that I'm logged in, I can just click login with Twitter, and it should log me straight in. Alright, so now I'm in. You see that on my dashboard I'm already on, those are the things I've gotten. So let's walk through a few things. If I click on the upper right here, it shows that you can edit your profile, go through your account, notification settings, and integrations. If I click on my name, it's going to show me my influence. So right now I have a total reach of 15,000. It'll show the things that you've reviewed or your posts that you've done recently. So these are mostly Instagram because they have higher engagement for me than my Facebook and Twitter. Here it shows specifically, so my Instagram has an engagement of almost 400, so I'm getting a lot of likes on those. My YouTube videos are much lower, and then Twitter and Facebook are quite low. So that shows you how you're building your brand. Obviously, the higher your engagement there, the more likely you'll get accepted for campaigns. If you go to your dashboard, it will show you what you currently have in your queue. So I don't have any I need to order, but I have some that I have ordered that I was accepted for that I just need to do the reviews. I have others that I was accepted for where they will ship it out to me, so I haven't got those yet. And then I have all the ones that I've done. So these are all the reviews that I've done so far. And you'll see that when I started early on, they're mostly all the things, blog posts, YouTube, everything. But on my most recent ones, actually these aren't chronological, so it doesn't show. Can I do it chronologically? Yep. So on the most recent ones, I'm mostly just taking pictures of them now. So I got a bunch of watches that I reviewed, just took pictures of some knife sets and things like that. So very few of them am I doing the full out. You'll notice that the ones I am, YouTube and blog posts, those are the ones that I'm getting paid for. So I'm making videos and blog posts and getting paid a little bit for those. Alright, so that is your dashboard. Offers, this category, occasionally someone will reach out to you and say, hey, would you be interested in doing my offer? This isn't too different from what's in the normal listing of things. I almost always just delete these. Campaigns is where we were earlier, and this shows you all the things that are currently being offered. Now, here's an important trick or tip. You can search through all the campaigns. So if I wanted to just do shower heads, I could search for all the shower heads that are being offered, and it will show all the shower. Well, I just type shower, so I can apply for all the shower stuff. So I can search through everything that's available, and there's a chance I'll get them. But here's the tip: almost always, the things that have been there for a long time, they're kind of been abandoned. So what I do is just click on the campaigns button, and what's at the top, this first page or two, that's what you want to apply for. If you're going to, page 51 down here, you're not going to get accepted for those offers. But if you stick to the first few pages, that's what people recently put on, and usually when brands put it on, they're looking for someone right away to fill it. So it's almost a race. In fact, you might want to check Tomoson quite frequently, maybe every few days or every day when you're starting out, so that as soon as the new campaigns are listed, you can apply. You're more likely to get accepted for them in that way. So if I wanted, let me just walk you through the process. Let's see. I wouldn't mind getting another shower head like this. So I can click on apply. I don't want to do everything, and I don't want to do it in 10 days. I found that 10 days was rushing it. Some days shipping would not be 2 days. It would take more than 2 days, even with Prime, and so that didn't always work. So I'm going to unclick the blog post. Sure, I'll do an honest review. I'm going to unclick the YouTube, and then I'll just do the picture ones. I want 16 days to do it. So I'm going to update that. Now I can put in a custom pitch. So here you can say something like, you probably want it to apply to your audience. So you'll say, the readers of my blog are interested in household, these aren't appliances, fixtures or whatever. I'm not going to put anything there. But if you have something you really want, and it is especially relevant to your audience, or you can say, I have a reach in this area, which is really good. So if I was making a video, for example, a shower might do really well in video. You can add that there, and then you can save it to your media kit if you'd like. Alright, so I have selected what I want to do, how many days to do it. I can read their special instructions. It'll say that they want to confirm that you're going to do that, and they want that star review to go to the Home Depot website. So that's cool. I understand. Now, here's an important thing. If you agree to this, if you are accepted for the campaign, you have to do it. You can't back out and say, okay, never mind, I don't want to do it. And that's especially important for the things that aren't free. So if you sign up for something and it's $8, and then you get accepted for it, you really have to pay the $8. So only sign up for it if you really want it, and then click apply. I'm okay accepting free things for pictures. So it'll say, yes, you've been accepted. It'll tell you once you've done that what your total reach is, your average engagement, and so forth. And now that's in my queue. So here I am on my all button. If I click back off of the all and then go back onto it, it's going to show everything I've ever applied for. So these are all the things I want. Alright, so that's that. I haven't used the favorites, so I'm sure you can organize things or whatever. I think that's probably a waste because, again, you just want the things as they're coming out. Brands will send you messages. I found that a lot of companies using Tomoson are foreign. I'm in the United States, and so many of the companies are not in the United States. Some of them struggle with the English and things like that. So I actually have gotten a lot of communication with companies, just making sure that I'm really going to review it. I'm really going to do what they ask. They might not know how to use their side of Tomoson, so they're figuring it out. Sometimes they go outside of the system to connect with you. The important thing is that you check your messages and you respond to them. That will help speed along the process. Your media kit, we were there earlier. Oh no, we weren't. So you get to a similar thing by coming here. But your media kit actually shows you how much you're charging and what you're doing. So these are your defaults. And I just have defaults on blog posts and YouTube. Everything else I have that I'll do for free. And you see that I'm pretty low in what I'm charging right now. And that's because I'm new. I've only been doing it for a few months. I have reviewed a ton of stuff. I was surprised with how much stuff I got accepted for. I think I was able to grow my brand really quickly, that now I have a reach of 15,000. And so I get accepted for, 5 or so things every week. I'm getting, almost a thing a day. So, but not so many for the paid reviews, and so maybe I'm not low enough, or maybe my reach isn't great enough. I'm not sure. But that's what we have. And then, of course, you can get rid of this if you want to. All right, so that is your Tomoson dashboard and the back end. Signing up for Tomoson is simple. Where I logged in, you just create an account. It's really easy to get started with Tomoson that way. So it might take you a few weeks to get going, but I was surprised. I got things right off the bat. In my first month reviewing, I think I reviewed like 13 things. So it doesn't take a lot to get started. And you don't have to spend money. You can do everything for free, only do the free campaigns, and you can even get paid to do reviews. So Tomoson is a great company. There are a lot of other influencer companies like this, but I've had a really good experience with Tomoson and have talked to others who have likewise had positive experiences. So that's your overview of Tomoson. Hope you kill it and do good. All right, bye.